I had to look professional after
You're
all.
such a dork.
Hey there, beer tubers! Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101 surprise episode. I know last week we said we were going to do Thursday, but
hey,
we're
Nick,
all here because of COVID.
Building, so it's Christmas. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Greg. Go jump off of us. I don't think the fifth floor is enough, is it?
No, you can't jump. You got to push me or shoot me.
All right, so we're going to celebrate a Merry Christmas coming up on the weekend here, but by drinking today, and we're going to do Christmas beers. Yay! So, without further ado, let's see what else people around here have brought to drink tonight. Redbeard, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing well. How are you doing?
Not too bad. What do you got tonight?
Good stuff. I brought a can of Blitzen.
Oh.
It is an imperial stout with mint chocolate and vanilla by Bellwoods Brewing out of Toronto, coming in at 10% ABV.
Nice.
Oh, I didn't know they released that. That's old school.
Yeah.
8 years ago.
Pretty exciting.
Right, yeah, awesome. Oh, cheers, Redbeard. All right, over to Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, how are you doing tonight?
Good. Thank you. I brought from a newer brewery here in Nova Scotia, from Old Biddy's Brew House, to be exact, in Lower Sackville. This is, I think this is the first time maybe they're making this, because it's not listed on their website as like a seasonal or anything like that. So this is their Merry Risolation Christmas Ale at 9.4% alcohol by volume.
Oh, wow. That's like the perfect beer for you.
Shush up.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Lee. Let's move over to Mr. Sexton. Hi, Mr. Sexton, Sexton Brewing Co. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Doing great. I hope you are doing well as also, Nick and everyone else. Cheers, panel. I hope you are all doing well also. Today, I brought a beer from Deschutes Brewery.
Deschutes,
I know. So random. This really shouldn't have been at the LCBO, but it was. It was in a 4-pack, and It is their Jubile Ale. It is their festive winter ale. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just random Deschutes showing up in Ontario.
Yeah. Which made me think right away that it was like over a year old, but it was actually just it was canned September 9th.
Was that released for one of the days of Hanukkah? Jubilee.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I would imagine it actually would be.
I don't know. Maybe.
I was thinking like Deschutes.
There is some story time on it, so
go ahead and read it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Save for the history. Maybe. We'll move on.
Save for the.
All right, cool. Considering we have no history with any of these.
No histories.
All right, so who's next? We got Mr. Greg. Hi, Greg.
Hello.
Hi, Greg. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well because we saw Hans Gruber get knocked off Nakatomi Plaza yesterday. So, Christmas season can officially begin.
Exactly.
Before I overheat and have to take this thing off, I want y'all to see the stupid sweater I'm wearing.
Nice.
Hey, look at that. Very good.
I like it.
I'll take it off in a second. And as promised, no pants underneath.
Sexy.
Yeah. So there we go, Nick. Now it's NC-17. You can put the little thing on that side.
Put a Brazzers logo down the bottom.
Yeah. Exactly. And what did I bring? Well,
Boozers, more like it.
Boozers here.
Cancel her. Get her out of here.
Yeah, hashtag me too. Anyways, what I'm bringing is a beer that has the world's worst cork, which is why it's already been pre-opened before the show. And it's from, Salter Street Brewery. I believe it was the one that my wife went to pick stuff up for me and was worried for her life. And this is their Krampus Ale, which they apparently bring out every year, I think. This is the 2020 vintage. And what it is, it's a Jamaican rum barrel-aged quad. Every year they sort of do something different. Like one year it's just a quad. Another year I think a bourbon barrel-aged quad. This year they rum barrel-aged quad. So it's going to be a very piratey beer. Works for International Pirate Day as well. I don't remember what day that is. And it comes in a 3-pack with 2 other vintages and it wasn't that expensive. They worked out to like $10 a bottle, and it's a big bottle. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Nice. What's the ABV?
Yeah, Greg.
Oh, sorry, I'm being very unprofessional here. It is a very healthy 10%.
Oh,
Nice.
Par for the course.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Greg. All right. And last, and certainly not least, let's move over to Mrs. Lady Lee or Miss Lady Lee. Sorry, I didn't say Mrs.
It's okay.
You had your parents on here earlier, so. All right. Okay. What? You're looking very festive tonight, and how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. I am home in my used to be home, so change of scenery, change of background.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my parents' room right now. Oh no, dining room. Sorry, I'm in the dining room right now, so it's kind of exciting. I haven't been home in the last 2 years because of COVID, so it's my first time. In 2 years.
So what'd you bring with you tonight?
So it's kind of a funny story. I went to the local LCBO, and I was going to actually take some time to peruse, but I went with my dad, and my poor dad has no balance. So bringing him to a liquor store with no balance just makes him look like he's drunk. So anyways, it's actually a pretty big LCBO. I was kind of surprised when I went to the LCBO, considering it's a small town. It was pretty decent size. The one I remember was a lot smaller, so they've expanded. But I asked one of the guys to help me show their Christmas beers. So I got a pack because I got desperate.
Oh.
And so in it, I have 2 that kind of sound more Christmassy. The others two don't. I guess one sounds kind of Christmassy, but the rest don't. This is because it's a winter pack. So this one's a Highland Hike.
Highland Hike.
And then I have the peanut butter banana shake. And then the Jack Frost Demise. So that's one of the winter sounding ones. Okay. And the Jacked Rabbit, which is less Christmassy sounding. So I'll probably put this one now that I actually read the names.
All right, so which one is that? You're kind of chopping up. So. What is it?
Jack the internet's really crappy here, so I apologize.
Yeah, that's all good.
It is a chocolate wintergreen porter. It's
okay, that sounds good. Nice. Alrighty.
Well, this should be interesting.
Right, awesome. All right, so let's move over back to moi, where I can talk about the beer I brought tonight. Now, first of all, I'm doing great. Within reason. And I'm going to drink a beer that I've actually had in my cellar for a little while, which is Delirium Christmas.
Ooh, I like the bottle.
Proper glassware. Little pink elephants. Alrighty. So, what do we have for
comments? Yep.
You see,
Jamie's got it. He says, "I got it, Lee. If only Nick invited me, I could have laughed."
You're invited, Jamie.
Nick.
That's my joke. And then he says, "Hi, Nick."
Hi, Jamie.
Why didn't you invite Jamie, Nick?
I did invite Jamie.
Evidence to the contrary.
Grab a beer and hide in the background here. Just go fucking Jesus.
Alrighty. He's fine as long as you keep him in the fucking basement. Okay, I
there's
see.
only room for 6 people on the
feed him fish heads like a fucking mongrel son or something.
All right. So with the comments read, let's go back over to the top of the order and just say, hey, Redbeard, you're already drinking your beer, but what's your history with this? Or tell us how you got it, or why you picked it.
I've been a big fan of what Bellwoods has been doing the last little while, and they just keep on releasing beer after beer after beer and sending me emails about it. So this was one of the ones that I ordered recently and was going to do a review on for the channel, but this was a thing that's happening, and I've got so many beers to do right now and so many reviews that need to be edited. It's getting kind of ridiculous. So this is my first time ever having it. And like Greg said in the email, I believe they did say it's been I think 6 years or something like that since they brewed it.
It's been a long time.
But
that was actually funny. I was just getting rid of all my bottle collection. I actually got rid of my original Blitzen bottle from 2014, 15, whenever the hell that got released.
Nice.
I was thinking, why don't they re-release this beer? Sure enough.
I'm kind of happy they did.
All right.
I'm going to say it was probably pricey because Bellwood stuff is not cheap, but
You just buy it. You should know what the price is.
I should, but
it all kind of melts together when you're just trying to get that $100 free shipping.
Right.
He's not totally wrong. You know what? Good. Go to the next person, and I will find the
All
price
right.
on that.
Who do we have next? Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, if I bring him over. Hey, Lee. So, the beer you got, what's your history with it? Or where'd you bring it?
Well, I have had it once before because I did buy 2 bottles when I saw it. Our winter gift expansion thing, basically, the section is, if I'm not using words properly, the winter gifts pack section and like winter specific beers and liqueurs and spirits and shit has expanded greatly this year. But I was looking at all the beer selections and most of them, frankly, kind of sucked. It's like, oh, here's such and such brewery. Try our winter ale. Oh, great. Or try our winter lager. You know, oh, that sounds good. Oh, this one has all pumpkin spices in it, but you're calling it a winter beer. How about you just fuck right off? This was the most interesting one out of all of them. So it was like, okay, a Christmas beer at 9.4%. Apparently it's rye heavy, but so that's why I picked it. Yeah.
Even the rye alone makes it sound interesting.
My beer was $8.85.
That's, you know what? That's actually not bad considering what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So who's next? Let's go to Sexton. Sexton, your beer.
Yeah.
Bring it. What's your history with it?
So I have no history with this at all. Barely any history with Deschutes either, to be completely honest. I didn't mean to get this one, to be honest. I thought I was just going to get stuck bringing some shitty Muskoka winter beard crap because that was probably all I was going to be able to find at the LCBO anyways. But yeah, I went to this LCBO on my way into work, and they just had this random 4-pack. So I picked that up, and I scanned it up, and this so it's a 4-pack, and it was $12.90. So,
oh, wow.
I mean, for a random like U.S. import, yeah, I mean, it seems pretty fair. So, about this beer, so yeah, festive winter ale, 65 IBUs, 6.7% alcohol. Cozy up fireside with this festive winter ale full of spice notes and a robust malt character of toffee and dusted cocoa. An original since 1988. So,
wow.
They've been pumping this out for a while. Interesting fact, it is can conditioned.
Can conditioned?
Yeah.
What's the ABV on that one again?
Only 6.7. So, okay. I mean, it's interesting that they would can condition. But yeah, live yeast added to the can allows this beer to age gracefully and stay fresher longer. Yeah, I mean, interesting beer to age. Just given it's only 6.7%, it's not really gonna develop so much as it's just gonna get clearer, and I don't know, maybe some of those malt flavors will round out a little bit, but as the bitterness drops off. But yeah, I don't know, sort of a weird candidate to age and to put on lees like that. So I don't know. But yeah, that's my history, and that's the story of the beer. So there we go.
All right. Cool. That's interesting. I'm still kind of surprised, like Deschutes in Ontario. I wonder if it's a sign of things to come. I'd like to see more of their stuff in Canada.
Well, Yurt says in the chat there that Deschutes is Dookie from what I remember.
No, shut up, Yurt. All right, he's gonna ruin. Like he's stomp on into Ashley's dreams. It's almost the same thing as Greg returning a jacket.
Well,
speaking of which, Greg. Hi, Greg.
I'm getting ready to return a whole bunch of them. I want to get about 30 together, then return them all to Sexton. But the key is I'm going to be wearing them, and I'm going to keep taking one off,
return all the little jackets he's bought over the last year, and then get a super jacket.
It's going to be like a Russian doll, and by the time you get to the final layer, Greg will only be this size. He'll be like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Sweating off the pounds underneath all those jackets.
One super jacket to rule them all.
And I'll be fully naked, and then Ashley will be forced to tackle a naked guy.
All right. Anyway, so Greg, what's your history with said beer? I think you already talked about most of it in the intro, but
I have absolutely no interest. No, I have interest in the beer. I have no history with the beer. Clearly, I've been enjoying the beer a little too much already. I have no history with this beer. I've already drank the other two from the pack. I think one was the 2021, and the other one, I'm not even sure what year it was from. But one was, I think, bourbon barrel aged quad. One was just a straight quad, and I'm having this one. So I sort of have history with the beer, but not this specific one. And I mean, the brewery, I put in one order of them, and then the other time I sent my wife into their dark alley to almost get murdered so she could get me a couple shitty lagers. Because that's how much my wife loves me and how much I apparently don't care about her well-being. So that's my history, as dark as it is.
So it's is Krampus is the name of the beer, or is it the name of the brewery?
No. So the brewery is called Salter Street Brewery, and it's called, this one's actually called Krampus. Well, that's what it is. Actually, it says refined Krampus at the top. I didn't even realize that in small letters. It's called refined Krampus.
Oh,
Look that up.
So it's
fancy.
It's like the opposite of Dan, who's completely unrefined.
Yeah, exactly.
nice to shit on him here when he's not here to defend himself,
yeah.
Greg.
Well, but the thing is, if Dan was here, I'd be happy to let him defend himself. He still wouldn't be able to. So let's be honest.
Wow, that's a pretty big beer.
Great.
I'm just looking it up on the site while I'm trying to look up all these beers while you guys are talking.
Yeah.
Craig.
So
Craig.
Yeah, Craig's in there saying hello to everyone.
Oh, hey, Craig.
And Jamie says he bought that 4-pack that Sexton bought, and he's interested to see what he thinks of it.
Nice.
I'm always interested to hear what Sexton has to think.
I'm actually writing notes down for tonight. I'm gonna pull a Nick
professional.
and write some notes. Sorry.
Mm.
God. All right, so who we got next?
Me?
Lady Lee.
Yeah.
If I can bring you over here. There you go. All right, so Lady, your beer. Well, I know you don't really have much history with that, but and we already kind of know what you thought about why you picked it up. But what about the history of the brewery? You've probably had something from Whitewater before, haven't you?
I feel like I've tried the peanut butter one because I know I've seen the peanut butter banana shake. I've seen that solo before, but the guy at the LCBO was saying that some of these don't come as solo, and I think this one doesn't. I think this is just a special edition. But anyways, there is a story on my can that I would like to read. So every winter, Jack Frost makes his reliable return to Canada. To keep him at bay, we've created the smooth chocolate and wintergreen porter that's like a warm hug on winter's day. So when you know who is nipping at your nose, reach for Jack Frost's demise. And it's locally sourced. It says it on the can. I also think it's funny because the can itself says, I don't know if you guys can see it, but for the recycling, it says, make your mother proud.
Oh.
Which I thought was funny.
Okay.
It's got to recycle.
It's locally sourced, free range water, coastal water.
And I stole my dad's like massive, tall.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Chug.
Yeah.
Not right now. All right, so I'll talk about mine now. So my history with this beer is I go way back with Delirium. My first years of Delirium I've had way back in like before, like my first years of beer tube, like 2012, 2013, I think was around the time when I had Delirium, Tremens and Nocturnum. Why am I fucking in a focus here?
This just keeps saying I like it. I want to clip this and take it out of context.
How many times I say Delirium?
Yeah, I just have a long history of
Delirium?
Delirium Tremens. Of course you do, Nick, you chronic alcoholic.
Fuck off.
Aww.
All right, so I think the first time I ever had Delirium Christmas was back in like winter 2013 when it showed up here briefly in NBLC AMBL stores. This particular bottle of it I picked up. I think it must have been like 2 Christmases ago, where they had a gift pack of Delirium Christmas that had that and a glass or something with it. I think it was like 2 bottles of Christmas, 1 bottle of Delirium and Tremens, and 1 of Nocturnum. And this is the last one I had left. It just sort of, it's 10% ABV. I wasn't worried about drinking it in a super hurry, so now it's the perfect time to review it. And it's, well, spoilers, I guess, but it's held up beautifully. Let's go back over to Lee, who can talk about the comments that we have. which I think
there's nothing really new. They're just giving themselves circle jerks in the chat there. So
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Wouldn't you if you had Jamie and Craig in the chat?
Well, of course I would, but I mean that's where we're trying to keep this professional, Nick.
Are we
Can't
though?
keep it professional.
Since when?
You shush up, Jester Hat.
Whoa! Yo, be careful. Bob Hardy will come and give you a tongue lashing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm too tall to be a jester, so it automatically makes me an elf.
I guess.
I don't
don't know.
There's a height requirement to be a jester.
It was a joke. Just move on.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. Like I feel a taller jester would be better though. Like I feel Carrie would make a good jester because he'd be like flipping and flopping all over the place.
Flipping and flopping.
Now, my liege, see as I propond this new jest upon the court, as I throw myself into the staircase, red first.
I just feel like if Lady Lee was a jester, she'd be sort of more grounded and not able to do as many, hijinks and shenanigans as Carrie would be able to do. Like, be like fly up onto the ceiling and roll and stuff.
Way to agility shame the poor little lady.
I'm not saying her agility is normal. Yours is above average. I'm agility compliment.
Go on, jester, tickle me ribs.
Actually, yeah.
From Jamie.
Actually, little known fact. During the vacation in October, Lee showed me that she can in fact fly. She spent at least half the time hovering on the ceiling.
What?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This sounds like something of an Exorcist movie.
It was.
No, it was way less retarded than The Exorcist.
The power of Christ compel her.
The
Yes.
Exorcist is for scared Catholic people who don't like real horror movies.
You're the only person I know that
He was delirious.
No, there's two people in this chat that doesn't
okay,
like that
fair
movie.
enough. I don't love the movie as much as most, but I also don't think it's that bad. You guys are.
I thought it was terrible. I couldn't stand it. I was laughing through most of it.
Well,
I didn't think it was scary at all.
You got the benefit of hindsight, though. The movie came out 45 years ago, or whatever.
Even with hindsight, like I was excited for it. I can still appreciate. Well, I would just watch movies from the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, and I enjoy them.
Yeah, but horror movies tend not to age so well.
That's not true.
I enjoyed. No, okay, no, because I really enjoyed. Oh man, what was it called? The Changeling. And that was 1979.
I've never seen that.
So
it's really good.
It's an amazing movie, and I enjoyed Shining.
Was that early sex? Was it Sexton? Was that early?
Stepford Wives, the 1970. Oh my God, what year?
It was 77 or something like that.
Yeah. Anyways, another amazing horror movie. So shut the fuck up, Greg.
I will not shut the fuck up. Exorcist is an okay movie, and I will defend it to the grave, and then I'll get
my dad. My dad saw it in theater, and he said he just laughed the whole time. So
it's,
see, smart man to raise a smart woman.
I think he just said a smart man raises smart woman.
Okay. So,
oh no, I said the R word.
Maybe let's go to Redbeard and say, Redbeard, what do you think about your beer? It was the cue to change.
This is mildly phenomenal. It's like an after eight chocolate kind of chocolate mint ice cream thing going on. Like it's just enough mint so it's like there. It's not overpowering. I'm not a huge mint fan, but the chocolate and vanilla, and it's thick and sludgy, and there's zero hint of the 10% ABV. It's 10s across the board, in my opinion. This is I've had a few mint beers. I want to say that this is up there with Nickelback did a mint version of their Bastard one called Wonky Bastard. And Wonky was in like the Willy Wonka font. That was a bit more minty than this, but kind of the only other beer I can think of to compare it to. And yeah, when you do a mint stout right, it's kind of amazing.
It's almost like chocolate milk as you get it right.
But yeah, again, with just that little hint of mint to it, it's kind of perfect.
I'm just reading here that the 2021 version of Blitzen is the Imperial Stout, but previous versions were Imperial Saison.
I noticed that. Interesting. And yeah, again, apparently it hasn't been made in quite some time, so.
Right on. All right.
Excuse me.
Right.
Well,
congratulations.
Okay,
did you give a rating or no?
I did. I gave 2, 10 and 10.
Nice. All right.
That's a red beard out of 10.
It is a red beard out of 10. All right, let's go over to Lee. Let's get what Lee think. What really does Lee think here?
This is nice and malty, which is good if you're making some sort of like seasonal winter thing. You kind of want some heft to your beer, so it's got a bit of a like lower medium body. It's nice and malty, big time like caramel malt up front. Very dangerous, not getting any goddamn alcohol. None of that 9.4% is like really present in the aroma or in the taste. It's not even like really warming going down or anything like that. So it almost drinks like a kind of like slightly spiced up, just like amber ale or something like that. Like, oh, here's your 5% amber ale with maybe a bit of a spiciness to it because the rye is in this. It's gives a little bit of fruitiness. It's very subtle. And then you get a little bit of peppery spice as well, sort of on the back. A little bit in aroma as well, but not super pronounced. And, I've actually kind of prefer this to most sort of winter spiced ales and stuff that end up just like tasting like pumpkin ales with more cinnamon forward or allspice forward or whatever the fuck, which I can kind of get sick of. And sometimes they end up having like overly sweet notes that are just like, ugh. This is pretty well balanced. So I'm going to say, style-wise, I'm going to give it a 8.5. And my own personal enjoyment, I'm going to throw about a 7.5 on that, I guess. It's pretty damn good. I'd say it's something you got to be wary of, though, because, like I said, not tasting the alcohol at all. Like 2 of these would be a bad idea in a night. So, yeah, thankfully, I only have 1.
Nice. All right. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you.
All right. So let's go to Sexton. How's the Deschutes holding up?
It's all right. I mean, it's
like,
again, yeah, it's a Jubile ale. It's a festive winter ale. The ingredients, they don't say anything about actual spicing or anything like that. And really, for me, the only type of spicing I get from this, I think, is more yeast driven than anything. When I poured it, it came out like a super tight, compact, like relatively thin head, but much like any bottle conditioned stuff, like once you give it a good aeration, that head always comes back with like those like tight little micro bubbles, which is pretty cool. So that was cool. But what else here? Microcarbonation, tight head. It was like sort of like a muddy red color. Aroma is like a little like metallic, sort of like copper coin. There's like a little bit of like a winter green, like a sort of weird, like hop greeny, like winter green, sort of minty type aroma. And what was the last? Oh, and yeah, a touch of cola. It's weird. I get there's something that I smell, and for me in my brain, it reminds me of like Coca-Cola, like room temperature Coke. Like sweet caramel type of stuff. Like watered down, but like it just triggers Coca-Cola, and I get that in this. This one's all over the place though on the sip. It's 68 IBUs, so you get like this really weird like orangey, like bitter orange peel bittering. which you're not expecting because I don't pick anything up like that on the nose. So I wasn't expecting to get that. And it's a long lingering like hot bitterness that carries all the way through. So they went really heavy on the bittering side with this one, and not a lot of like late edition hops. I think this is just really front heavy. So it just makes it super bitter. So any malt complexity that you're looking for is just sort of lost because they just sort of like threw hops on it. And that's not what a winter ale needs. This needs to be like nice and rich and malty. And as much as I love can conditioning and bottle conditioning, it does scrub the body a little bit, and it does make the beer a little bit thin, I find. So, for something like this, you're sort of looking for something. I mean, you're not looking for rich and decadent. It's only 6.8%, but you're looking for something with a little bit more body. And it comes across like way too bitter, a little thin. You don't really get any malt to it. Like, you're not getting any of the chocolate. I'm not getting like any nice roasty toastiness. So it's like overall the beer just sort of falls flat. It's just a little jumbled mess. It just sort of feels like a cobbled together like mess of a beer. So
it's Christmas beer.
It's right. It's sort of like a potluck. So it's got a little bit of everything. I mean, it's not. Yeah. I mean, it's just a weird recipe. I think it's not like poorly brewed or anything like that. It's just weird. It just doesn't make sense. So I don't know. For personal, for personal preference, I'm just going to give it a 6 out of 10. I wouldn't buy it again. The other 3, maybe I can find something to make with it. I don't know. And then for style, winter ale, spiced winter ale. I don't even know if this is spiced. I don't think so. I think anything spicy or anything like that is just coming from the yeast. So I'll just give it a 6 across the board because it's just, it's not hot shit.
Wow, it sounds like you're giving it higher score than it deserves. The way you just like shit talk this beer.
Well, no, I mean, a 6 is like, I mean, if it was like poorly brewed, if there's like brewing faults, like that's under 5 to me.
Okay,
you know what I mean. And then there's just a lot of under 5 that you can.
So it's not quite the dookie that Ewart was saying it was, but
yeah,
but close.
Yeah. I wouldn't give like on the Untapped scale. I think 3 out of 5 is that. Yeah,
it's kind of it's kind of like if the dog farted on your Christmas dinner. The shit's not really there, but it still kind of is.
It still kind of is.
Yeah. Don't forget with Ewart, like he won't drink anything below a 4, so it's so that's why this is dookie.
Although he'll procure some road hookers that are definitely below a 4.
Oh,
Jamie, don't you know what?
He's got a reputation
to hold up. At room temperature. Better at room temp.
He's got a reputation, Ewart's got a reputation to hold up. So anyway, sorry. Thank you, Ash.
Hey, cheers.
Alrighty, so who got left? Gorg. Hey, Greg.
I just want to say,
how your Krampus holding up?
When it comes to road hookers, always remember that you want to get your bang for buck. You want to get as much for your money as you can, as long as they don't give you STDs. So that's the thing. You want to get the cheapest road hookers you can that don't give you STDs.
You say when Ewart's running through Texarkana or one of those places, it's always quantity over quality.
So Christmas beer. Beer that is not Christmas.
Greg, your beer.
Christmas beer.
For the cost of 2 6s, you can get 4 3s and just wear a condom.
Christmas beer. Christmas beer.
Anyway, yes, Christmas beer. Okay. We're going to have to exercise you in a moment. Krampus. We're having a Krampus. So it's rum barrel aged. What does rum barrel aged usually taste like to me? Much like Mr. Sexton said, where's Sexton? There he is. He's way up there. Hi, Sexton. It tastes like flat Coke. This one's not too bad. I generally do not like rum barrel aged beer because I always find it gives the flat Coke taste. The more you age it, and this one was already pre-aged for me for a year, the more you age it, the more flat Coke you get. This one's not terrible. It's not great either. It's probably my least favorite of the other beers. I looked them up while you guys were yapping about whatever. So the other one was just a spiced Belgian quad, and then the other one was just a straight up Baltic porter. That was, I think, 9.5%.
Wow.
Nice.
And I preferred both of those. I think the Baltic porter was my favorite, but I do not have to go back and look, and I don't feel like that right now. But I don't know. To me, the big thing with this beer, it's perfectly solid. It's very smooth. Like if somebody doesn't like a big beer, like a stout or something, this would probably be very inoffensive for them. But it's also not the most exciting thing in the world. It does sort of just have that flat Coke taste, like so many rum barrel aged beers do. So I guess for style, I mean, I don't think I've ever had another another rum barrel aged quad, and I've had very few barrel aged quads. I don't think most of the big quads, I don't think any of them are barrel aged. I think they're all just straight up quads. So I don't know. Like I'm just gonna say, as a barrel aged big beer, it's not very good. It sort of misses for me. So I'm gonna just say I'm gonna say it's a 7. It does what it needs to do, but it's not exciting whatsoever. The body is really thin on it, which is a big no-no because probably this beer wasn't really meant to go into a barrel. And 7's actually probably being generous, but I'm gonna stick with that. Overall enjoyment, I'll give it a 7.5. Again, it's Christmas season. Ho ho ho! Jingle my bell. There we go, jingling my bell. I'll be generous, but yeah, again, it's not badly priced. $7.50, $10 a bottle. It's not badly priced. It'll get you drunk. It's not offensive whatsoever. It's just nothing to get excited about. You know, it's kind of like a bunch of threes. Is like they're there, they get the job done, but you're not going to tell your mom about it.
As long as it's an orgy.
God.
I mean, it still counts as an orgy, even if you pay for it.
I also wanted to add something like to Greg that rum tastes like Coke to Greg because he only drinks Coke with rum in it.
Yeah, probably. That weirded me out. That tasting that you gave. That every time I have some,
huh?
Yeah, no. Usually when I get something that's a rum barrel aged, it's like lots of wood and molasses, much more than like flat Coke.
Well, flat Coke kind of tastes like molasses, so.
I don't know about that.
Only with rum in it. All right, so let's
That's my review, so you can all suck my dicks.
All right. So this beer, I was having a hard time trying to figure out how I was going to describe this. So I'm ever grateful that Ashley went before me because I'm having kind of a similar situation. It's very thin. It's supposed to be a chocolate wintergreen. When I opened the can, I could just smell the wintergreen. Like you can just smell it right away. Like if anybody ever asked you what a wintergreen mint tastes like, this is it. Like you can absolutely taste it. But then the chocolate taste is gone. So I kind of have a beer that's opposite to Carrie's because he had like more of the chocolate and less mint. This is like extreme wintergreen taste and like very, very little, if you can find it, chocolate taste. So kind of makes me sad. However, I don't think it tastes bad. I do think it would taste better warmer because now that it's been longer, I'm enjoying it more. But the first few sips, I found like that wintergreen taste was just too much. What else can I say? Yeah, it's lacking body. It's lacking something. They say it's like, what did they say? A smooth chocolate wintergreen porter. It's like a warm hug. It's missing that warmth. It doesn't have it there. It's just, again, it's probably because I drank it too cold because I feel if it was a little bit warmer, it'd be a lot better. But it doesn't say that on the can. So how the fuck am I supposed to know? Anyways, for style, I think I'm going to go with a 7 because there is a bit of that like malty taste. There is, like I said, there's like the hints. You can tell it's definitely wintergreen, but it's just, it's missing something. It's missing body. That's the best way to say it. It's missing body. And then preference, I'm actually going to go 7.5. I don't mind the taste at all. It's going down pretty smooth. It is a 6%, so I don't really taste the alcohol, which is nice. But again, 6% is not crazy up there. But still, that is my score, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, boy. Nice. All right.
Oh, chewing gum. It's like, okay, do you know that wintergreen chewing gum? That's exactly the smell.
Oh, yeah. Double mint gum.
Yeah. You can smell, like, that is what it smells like. It literally smells like that chewing gum, like that. Yeah.
I also find, like, if they put too much wintergreen, it almost comes off with like a toothpaste effect, masking everything.
Did they list the ingredients on the can? Like is it just, did they just say like water, malt, yeast, or did they actually like say there's spices of some sort on it somewhere?
There's water, malt, hops, yeast, cocoa nibs, wintergreen extract.
Oh,
They
so they
wintergreen.
fuck yeah, they just went like we're gonna fuck this wintergreen extract right into this can.
Just a dash of wintergreen. Oops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There is just, it's a punch in the face. Like, it's definitely, for anybody drinking it, the first sip you take, you're gonna be like, this is just wintergreen flavor. Like, you wouldn't even guess. But as it's warming up, like, there is a little bit more flavor coming out, but it's lacking.
All right. Oh, very good review of it. Actually, I'm really impressed.
I don't get why breweries do that when they make their winter ales. It's like, yes, okay, you want you want sort of aromas and flavors that are associated with like winter, like with, like fruitcake, or with like the smell of a freshly made fucking wreath or something like that. Like you kind of want those elements, but when you just like fucking make it all that when you drink it, it's like, no, I don't want to drink a wreath. I want a hint. I want a hint of it in the background. I don't want to fucking drink a fucking wreath.
It's like the desperation moment where they're like, hey, I want to make a winter beer or Christmas beer. What do I do? And they just get the most basic flavors, throw them together without any thought of proportions or anything. Like, they're like, let's just get this out, put it on the shelf, and go. Because I even mentioned before, this comes in a pack, so it's only limited to the pack itself. So again, it's just a money grab, because it's like, oh, cool, there's one that we haven't seen before. It's a Christmas beer. So I think it's just a marketing ploy, kind of like pumpkin beers. Like, a lot of pumpkin beers don't really taste like pumpkin.
Yeah.
It's very big grab.
The spice.
We'll be sure to talk about that in 10 months. Damn, pumpkin beers.
Actually, less than 10 months, considering to come out so early. Yeah,
that's right.
But we're going to review it in October.
Nothing's better than July pumpkin beer.
Right on. Anyway, thank you, Leevil. That was very good.
Thanks.
Cheers. All right. So me. Everybody's. All right, I'm gonna say delirium like 17 times just to make sure that Jamie's got enough for a supercut. So this is my bottle of delirium. I'm gonna give you my tasting notes about delirium here. So what did I think about delirium Christmas? Well,
what's the name of that beer, Nick?
It's delirium. So it had aromas of peppery yeast, spices, and bubblegum in the smell. Delirium had spice. It was like spicy at the front, with hints of nutmeg, white pepper, hint of cinnamon, some allspice maybe. It comes off very much like a Belgian strong dark ale with dark fruits. It's got fruitcake, big notes of cocoa and chocolate in it, and with a very pronounced cherry finish, like to the beer. At 10% ABV, delirium is really well masked. And when I first poured delirium, it had a hint of oxidation at the first sip, given that the bottle's 2 years old. But it disappeared very quick, and it came out very smooth, really fucking smooth and well blended. When Ash said his tasting note of Coca-Cola in his beer, all of a sudden I started getting all kinds of cherry Coke notes out of this fucking beer. Like, oh God, it's all I can taste now. So
I ruined everyone's palate tonight. I'm sorry.
Everybody's saying Coca-Cola ever.
I didn't taste Coke with mine. I'm just saying.
I'm getting like the cherry syrup.
Fuck,
and cherry
Coke Zero.
Fucking
Coke Zero right here.
Coke Zero is good. Don't hate it. Sorry, Nick.
It's all good. For style, I'm going to give it an 8, and for overall enjoyment, I'm going to give it an 8.5. I find this actually aged really well.
Much like yourself, Nicholas.
Oh, thank you very much.
I
wish
BA so much better than. Oh, sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I wish BA101 had aged that well.
What? That feels like a shot against. That feels like a shot right across the fucking board, man.
Yeah, shit, man.
No,
I'm too new, so
self-deprecating shot at my delivery of the show. Anyway,
and I was just about to compliment you. I was just going to say you've aged far better than all those beers you left to die in your cellar.
Oh, jeez.
And then here you go saying my content creators are a bunch of has-been whatnots that
you're human beings, sir. Ashley, you're not content creators.
I mean, half of those beers
we do this for money.
I mean, half of those beers in the cellar probably gone so bad that you could have called it like the Butterbox Babies or something like that, you know?
Craig, I hope you have a
they're
very
so bad they're having a
Christmas,
Michael Jackson reunion.
Merry Christmas, Craig.
Oh,
a merry decent Christmas.
I have a very decent Christmas.
I'm gonna have
a mediocre. Christmas. I'm gonna have a mediocre Christmas.
No.
I hope you have much more than a decent Christmas, Craig.
I want you to have it an above average, but less than stellar.
Yeah. I want you to have a very merry fucking Christmas, Craig. I want it to be the best fucking Christmas you could possibly have. So
oh, sorry.
I hope you can have a North Bay Christmas.
I hope your turkey is. I hope your turkey is delicious but dry.
Wow.
Yeah, just skip the turkey and get some nice deli meats. Just get like 10 pounds of deli meat and put that on a platter.
We're teasing. I love you.
But maybe it's common to say have a decent
Happy
Christmas over there. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it is common. I mean, it is England. Yeah. It's very dreary.
Yeah. Have a decent Christmas. Well, couldn't be any worse than last year.
At least he's got Jeremy Clarkson over there. So
well, the island hasn't sank again for another fucking year, so I guess we have to go on with it.
Oh, fucking Michael Caine's made an appearance.
All right, so
there's a reason I moved to fucking Spain.
I'm gonna put Redbeard up.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, it's great timing because your picture was just right just there.
Yeah, give me a second. OBS just decided.
Redbeard, you've improved your fucking visuals.
Why does he have fucking?
Take it back.
All right, so Redbeard, your of all the beers that you saw tonight, which one would you like to try?
I don't know. I think probably Greg's. Sounds interesting.
Hi.
Greg with the rum Krampus taste of Coca-Cola.
Rum Krampus.
Right on. All right. Interesting. Word. Okay, so Mr. Lee, of all the beers you've heard here tonight, which one would you like to have tried?
I think I would have liked to try Gregory's as well, just to make sure that he's totally wrong about the Coca-Cola thing, because it sounds like bullshit to me. So.
That's true. It's good if you fact check me.
That's right.
I don't even doubt it's bullshit. Okay, Mr. Sexton is up next. What do you think? What's of all the beers you heard tonight, which would you rather have tried?
I would like to have tried yours.
Really?
Because I've never had it, and I hate mint in beers or desserts. So, except for very specific applications of like after 8 mints, those are the only,
they have a good chocolate to mint ratio.
But like mint in a dessert or mint in a beer or a beverage is a no-go for this guy. So yes, yours.
Yeah, mint's good in moderation. I get you, but
it should be the worst choice for you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Sexton.
Cheers.
All right. So who's next? We got Mr. Gorg. Of all the beers tonight, which would you have rather have tried?
I would like to taste Lady Lee.
That's not a beer.
I would like to taste Lady Lee's beer.
Well, okay.
I don't remember what it is, but I'm sure I'd like to taste it.
I'm sure he wasn't paying attention.
I actually was not, so I don't know what anyone.
We spent Lady Lee spent the whole time shitting on the beer. Greg's like, I'll try that.
Because I reviewed it.
And in second place, I'd like to try Sexton's beer, and in third place, Lee. In fourth place, Red Beer. I'd like to try his beer third, then Lee, then Nick dead last because Nick, come on. Get your life together. That's like I fucking.
No, you definitely were paying attention.
Bobo would drink.
What? Anyway, let's move along to Lady Lee, who's the second last one up. I'm next. What do you think? Of all the beers you heard tonight, which the drill?
I would actually like to try Carrie's because I feel like he has the right version of what mine was trying to do. So I think I would probably enjoy his a lot more. And I would like to try an actually good, chocolate minty beer because I do like mint in small portions, but I love chocolate. Like chocolate and mint together, like a combination. But if it's too much mint and too little chocolate, it's ruined.
Nice.
So.
All right. Oh, you can tell who's been paying attention.
Not me.
Yeah, Greg.
All right.
I'm a good student.
All right. So, for moi, of all the beers I heard tonight, yeah, Carrie's. Carrie sounds like the most amazing of a whole bunch. Like, and not just because red beer giving 10s to everything. I'm talking about like imperial stout done right, barrel aged imperial stout done right with a little bit of mint added. Would probably, if it's done right, proper balance, sounds fucking amazing. Plus, I'm kind of on an imperial stout kick lately.
Also, his enthusiasm sold it. Let's be real.
What?
I said his enthusiasm sold it.
Exactly. He's very enthusiastic. He gets very excited about things, and I appreciate that. He's got like childlike wonder sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was perfect.
So overall, we got a 2-way tie between Greg's and Redbeard's beer. So,
okay, I will break the tie. I will give it to Redbeard.
Yeah, there you go. Merry Christmas, Redbeard. You're the winner.
I can't really vote for myself anyway. So,
well, no, but he had the Bellwood Splits and Imperial Stout, so.
Actually, that is kind of a beer I'm curious to try, which I know it's not the same as the one I had many, many years ago, but I'm just kind of curious to see what they did with that beer. And yeah, it sounds like it could be okay.
It seems to be already gone. It's not listed on their website anymore.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh well. I have to wait for 7 more years when they brew it again.
Yeah. And then it'll be like an Imperial Pilsner or something.
God damn it. No.
Damn it. Alrighty, so
what the hell's wrong with you? Jesus.
Wouldn't they just call that an Impilsner?
So, do we have any more actual comments to read?
No, there was like one from a Russian bot, but like Google actually automatically deleted it.
No, it didn't. I
did. See this, like,
did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh, you made Redbeard a mod? What the fuck?
I didn't do it. Somebody else must. Wow, no, I probably did it actually.
I'm mod for a long time, man. I don't abuse my shit.
Jesus Christ!
Congratulations.
What a weird thing to do.
All right, so usually I would stick around and wait for the magic question to be asked, but I don't think we actually have
it
for next week.
No, we
haven't
actually
discussed it at all.
Oh, we have the Gordon Downey wow, I can't say words right now.
The Gordon Downey Jr. What?
Yeah, I was mixing up names so bad. Anyways, we have that beer, but
the Rush beer.
Yes, the Rush beer.
I have the Rush beer. Oh, I thought we were going to do that in January when Dan's.
Yeah, you're talking about the Rush beer, but I know. Yeah, you mixed it. It's all right.
Rush
beer. The other beer that we had. Oh, IPA 19. You can do that.
That is still here.
Okay. We can do that.
The main thing is, I think it'll just take next week off.
Mm-hmm.
And then do something.
Yeah. Are we doing another show tomorrow?
Well, we're doing a Festivus just live stream.
Yeah, there you go. So we can just bullshit and do that too.
All right. So we don't really have anything planned, but we'll have something. We'll probably have something for next Wednesday. All right.
Hold on to your balls, man. Wait for it.
Yeah, the suspense is building. So I want to thank we had 6 viewers at one point here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching our show on Delirium. See, Delirium. Uh-huh. Oh. And I want to thank everybody who's been in the chat, like Jamie and Basement Beer Reviews, Craig. Thanks for coming.
And the Russian bot, thank you.
Russian bot.
And Russian bot, thank you for asking about our Vomong, whatever that is. And just like what
I just want to know what beer is Nick drinking. Somebody tell me.
I hope it. Just like Kent said, I want to say I hope you all have a decent Christmas. And
I don't know.
And Tech Murray was here as well.
Happy Christmas.
Hysteria.